Well, we thought we were going to stand out with our characters, but... All right, who's ready for some Swedish accent? Yeah,
Svenglish.
Svenglish.
And
I speak totally not using the word AI, technology, or software as a service.
No, gonna avoid all of that. Now I can't get this one to stick. I'll just put it here.
Where's our raving fans?
We are here.
Okay,
Good.
it's done, I think. Okay, let's go. Where do I press this even? Is it
The down button.
Is it the down button? Okay. So, since I really believe in transparency and authenticity, I've been practicing this word all day, and Johanna's going to help me to just do it correctly. But to be honest, this title was set, without even speaking to us, which is fine. And I don't want to, ruin it all now, but I would just say that pre-sales is no longer about sales. It was when I started, like 20 years ago, or let's even say 15 years ago. But what has changed? The thing is, when I went out as a sales rep, I probably started 2005 something, and those first 8-10 years, I could basically just go out in a meeting and just roll out the aces from my sleeves because there were no content anywhere else. The client basically, the companies, they had to basically take our sales reps in and get the knowledge from us. So it was a good time though. Kings and queens, it was fairly easy. It is not anymore because all of this has changed. We got internet, companies starting to figure out, well, if we put a lot of content out there, we can educate our clients, and then HubSpot and Inbound come in, and then, it just has grown massively. So when I meet the client today, they're the expert. I don't need to tell them anything about our product or services basically because they know all of it already. Some of them already decided what to do. Actually, there's only like less than 30% left of the buyer's journey when they actually meet me. So they've been doing all this research by themselves, or with peer-to-peers, networks and such, but they're not meeting us, the sales team, before there's only, until there's only like less than 30% left. Comes with a price though. It's never been harder to buy, either. If it's a challenge to sell, it's a really big challenge to buy. Imagine these two people. It's a cartoon, I know. Have you watched it? You should, because it's good. They always deliver the minions. But the thing is, these two, they are a couple. They're married. They know each other. All of their personalities and everything. That's fairly easy, and there are only two of them. Today, in a B2B buy, like a deal that I work on, there's an average of 11 stakeholders. When I started, or let's say 2014 actually, I've been working quite a while, there were 4 of them. Now the average is 11. And this is a group of people that are not married, hopefully, it's a big marriage. I don't think, some of them might not even know each other. The best case, they have a coffee together. And they now have to work as a group to make this super big decision together, because most often the cases I work with, fairly big, it's a big investment. And it's a big change for them. So high stakes, it's never been harder. And it's also never been easier to switch because, you know, I can stand here and say Avidly is fantastic. We are actually fantastic. Some of you might already work with us. But the thing is, what we deliver, you know, a dozen more agencies can deliver that if it's just on paper. So if that experience isn't there, or if it's not met, like throughout their relationship with us, then they could just switch. And that's scary. So, where do I want to go with this? I believe, like, if it was sales before, what's left is really to be a trusted advisor, to really guide the clients, you know, take that ship home. And there's trust, and there's this freaking word, can you say it?
Authenticity?
Yeah, thank you. And there's empathy. Trust because, yeah. Saving, guiding light. My trusted advisor, actually. So there's trust. There has to be trust between me and the client, because if they don't trust me as an advisor, this won't work. There has to be
authenticity.
Yeah, has to be there, because they're not. I mean, they're buying a product and service in the end, but they are not, in fact, buying that. They're buying me. They buy you in that meeting. So if you're not authentic, I can do that, and transparent and really yourself, I don't believe, you know, it will work that well. And then empathy. I think it's really important to embrace the challenge that they have. It is really hard to buy B2B services today and products. So just listen in, super important, just hear them out and try to help them all the way. Do you have another slide? I don't remember. I'll just push it and let's see what happens. Ta-da! Yeah.
A magic moment.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the next point, I just missed it, late in the day. So if I just do all this then, I am transparent, I'm for real, they buy me, everything is great. We had a super good relationship. And then I get the deal in and I just, you know, Johanna's ringing that bell and it's said and done. Boom. But it's in fact not that easy. So, because now Therese, I have the relationship with the client. Super good, feel super confident in this. But the thing is, when I'm done, I have to hand this over. Oh my God, someone is snoring. I have to hand this over to Johanna. And I don't know, you know, it would be simple if it were documentation. I just hand over a couple of sheets and then figures, numbers, stats, you go ahead and deliver. But that, I believe, is like 20 to 30% of the full story. The other part is the relationship that we built and the trust. And how do I transfer that to Johanna so that she can have the same trust from the client that I have? So for that to happen, yeah, I had because I like this one. I'll just say it. So it would be super easy if we just wear the same shirts and then it's alignment overall perfect, boom. It's of course not. So first of all, I would say it's super important if you're gonna be successful in this relationship with the client, we have to be aligned. Like Johanna has to know, like, where do we say no? What do we, you know, how do we communicate with the client?
Yeah, we need to trust each other.
Exactly, we need to have trust as well, because if she doesn't trust I've given her the full picture, then it would blow up anyways. So, did I have something else here? I don't remember. Go. This is yours, huh? This is mine. Okay, good. We prepped a lot, promise. Okay, so now this is the big challenge with this, because I've done a good job, but it's really not enough, because only 7% of consumers say they have had a consistent good brand experience. And that brand experience, of course, is different, B2B and B2C, but that brand experience, B2B, is basically us. So we have to have that consistent.
Didn't we move this slide?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
I think it's not updated, Emily, actually. But I'm just flying with
Oh.
it now, so just take it. I mean, we had another speaker before us doing this, so I'll just skip slides as well. Yeah, this is yours, I
This
believe.
is mine,
Yeah,
yes.
good.
Okay, so we've had a really good handover. I got the sales document. I know what the client bought. We tried to transfer all of the information from Therese. Great trust building, so now I just need to keep that momentum. It's time for me to act and not react, right? So it's really a crucial moment for me to apply a proactive approach, because we don't want to be that guy. So how do you maintain a proactive approach then? Well, you demonstrate your continued investment, which is really crucial. Also tied into the next bullet, if you see that any of the clients, because as Therese mentioned, there's 11 stakeholders. All of the stakeholders also have multiple personalities. Let's say that they have a corporate personality or their job personality, and then they also
Yeah, now
have
it sounded like they have like, a diagnosis. They don't, but there's most often only two personalities.
two
per
faces.
person. Yeah.
They have their personal personality, as they have at home. If I see that any one of these stakeholders are a bit tricky to handle, to talk to, I should still have the conversation going with Therese, because you have probably already tackled that situation or that a bit tricky person.
Yeah,
So-
that happens all the time, actually,
Yeah.
to be honest. That delivery team comes back to me and say, you know, this woman, I don't get it. She's so difficult that, you know, I don't know. And I will be just, you know, she has a deadline. She's not, you know, when she's stressed, you need to just keep it super short and simple, because I lived through it in the sales process. It could be small stuff like that, but it can also be like people that's been worried in the pre-sales, the I don't know what to call it, since I'm not calling it
Marketing.
sales. Pre-relationship building, the dating. Oh my God, that's good. The dating phase. So in the dating phase, I've figured out stuff. You know, some are worried, some are, you know, all of that. You know, some things you tend to forget to tell you. I tend to forget to tell you, but then it's really good to have that connection back.
Yeah, I don't want to figure that out the hard way. I want to know that already. I want to be proactive.
Yeah,
And the
one
last
more.
one, yeah, show that you really, really understand the client. You're really listening to the new customer that you have in front of you, and you've also been able to transform all of the information from Tess by now. So by that, I wanna share, and I wanna show that I'm caring and I've listened in. So what about I've stumbled upon a good article or listen to a good podcast? I wanna share that with the client, because I wanna show that I'm really caring about the client. So yes, now is the time that we were gonna have the slide.
Yeah, it's
What's
going to be
before?
exciting. What's coming next? We don't know, actually. So just let's go with the flow. Okay, it's a surprise. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Oh, okay. We can live with that.
My raving fans, my favorite gift. Okay, so after the crucial handoff, it's time to also not only maintain trust, but also start to deliver, right? So this is really tricky. And that is why we had the slide before that 7% only of the customers are experiencing a good customer experience throughout the customer journey. Okay, so this photo here is my clients actually. They are within the most corporate business. They are management consultants, really stiff and really, you know, you need to have the right lingo when you speak to them sometimes. Unless they have a company kickoff and someone shouts fireball. We have this little train. So don't forget to have fun also. Okay, so how do you maintain trust and keep on deliver? Well, to be able to understand that, you need to know the correlation between trust and performance. And for me to understand that a little bit better, I asked my friend Simon Sinek who actually worked with the Navy SEALs a couple of years ago, because he wanted to understand how they picked out the members of the top performing teams of the world. They high performance, A players, and how do you identify those team members? Therese, you want to be my human graph?
Yeah, here's where I go into graph mode.
Is that a graph?
I don't know. Is this, or is this, I don't know. How do we do this?
Yeah.
Is this good?
Maybe L would have been better for this.
Shut up. Okay.
All right.
I'll just stand here.
We have this axis showing performance. So down here we have low performance people, and up here we have the high performers. And this axis is showing trust. No trust, no low performance. Here are all of the a-holes.
In the armpit. The sweaty armpit. Perfect.
High trust, high performance. These are the golden people, but they're really, really hard to find. What the Navy SEALs are looking to really avoid, though, are the high performance, no trust. These are the really, really toxic people. And the scary thing is that this group of people are really, there's plenty of them. Okay. So what the Navy SEALs are looking for when they want to create their top performing teams, they're actually looking over here, medium, sometimes even low performance people, but with the highest of trust. They can trust them with their life, their wife, their money, everything. So performance and trust, they relate, but trust wins in the long end. And even with the Navy SEAls, and you can now relax.
We did not dry swim this part. That was really, really exhausting. Okay.
But it's not all black and white. It's not either you're a high trusted person or a high performance.
No, that was wrong.
Wrong way.
Yeah, that's a classic. Okay, just
The two actually relate to each other. One more click, please. Trust equals performance, because when you feel that you are trusted, you also feel safe. That opens up for creativity, and it opens up for a higher performance.
Do I click again? It didn't work. Okay. That's scary.
Oh! Let's look at 5 steps here now for sustaining a post-sale magic relationship with our clients. So first of all, this is my favorite part, it's prioritize relationships. I'm the one, I posted a LinkedIn post just to promote this speak today, so where I confess that I'm the one who take my clients to music festivals. I speak to my clients through Instagram DMs. We talk about business there, and I need to also add that my clients are mostly CEOs, directors of marketing, and so on. And I also...
Yeah, I mean, I would just say here that we could stay on this bullet forever, actually, because this is... Johanna's acing this game like no one else. Like, who else has people flying in, customers, to your 40th birthday party? I mean, that's insane.
It was fun, right, Elle? All right.
Next one.
Good, next one. What do we have there? Dare to be vulnerable. Really, really important to admit, own your own screw-ups, because those are gonna happen. So just own it. It's nothing to worry about. Share personal stories. Dare to be yourself. The second one of my heart questions here is empower your team. I also have a large team that I lead at Avidly. Yeah. Can I hear you? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes, so this is where I want to emphasize that it's really important to grow your team and make them grow their confidence and make them feel that they can own the client relationship, they can take their own decisions. Do before you ask. That is the most important.
We have one more, right?
Yeah. because if you feel safe, you feel trust, that will equip you with the right tools for you to be able to feel like you can open up for creativity. Embrace imperfection is really important. No one wants a perfect approach. No one wants the perfect experience. Therese, you have a good quote from Bill Gates. Right?
I tried to memorize this. Let's see if it works. No, but actually, you will fail, like we all do sometimes. And it's a pain in the ass when you have unhappy clients. But according to Bill Gates, and I really believe a lot of this, is a good one. Your most unhappy customers is your biggest resource of learning. That's fancy words, but it's actually so much truth in that. I know all of the mistakes I've made during sales process or in delivery. I've taken stuff with me, and you get better, and just there's nothing to do. It's what it is, and just move forward. It doesn't have to be the end of the world, really.
Exactly.
So should I just now?
You can continue, yeah.
Do this. Can I? Okay.
Number 5 is follow up thoughtfully. So make sure that you constantly have feedback loops. You're asking for feedback, you collect it, and you react on it, or act on it, sorry. One of my team members who are actually personalizing all of these, is a senior strategist called Dennis. Are you here today?
It's over there, I've seen it.
I just want to finish this speak off with his really good quote. Here, he is, Dennis. You can see a senior strategist, the face of a senior strategist. Okay, so human authenticity eats corporate BS for breakfast. How about that? So now please slide into our DMs. And whoever is ready for a 5-volt train later, I'm game.
We will be staying here all night.
So, thank you so much, you two. And nobody answered the question about the ostrich, the cow, and the shark.
Now take a wild guess.
Wild guess.
From the audience, I mean. Who is it?
Who rode a cow, who rode an ostrich, and who stared a shark in the eye after what you've seen? Not that you're judging. What do you think? Just shout a name. They definitely won't be offended. Is everyone saying Tess? What, for all of them?
All of the animals.
Was it all you?
It was all me.
Who would like to ask a question about anything at all?
Preferably not the ostrich thing.
I do want to know what that was like, but we can talk
That
about
was a
that
coup,
after.
actually. I'm...
Damien.
What was it like looking in the eyes of a shark? Some of your worst customers.
What did you say last?
And how can you relate that to some of your worst customer experiences?
Yeah, that's a good one. It was super scary, actually. They have really, really scary eyes. Oh my god. But it was also super cool. And the experience was after that, and the learning, I don't think, and of course I'm older now than I was when I did that, and there's a lot of years gone by in sales, and I worked just as much sales as I've done marketing. I don't think it's that much that scares me anymore. I've just, I've ridden an ostrich, that's super strange. Also a cow, met a shark, meeting a lot of sharks, tricky customers, evil CIOs, CTOs that want to, battle
They are the
me on
worst.
sex. They are the worst. Shit. They beat me every time. So I have a device in life that is no one remembers a coward, and I've really just gone with that, and I would say if you apply that to work, it's less scary. Now, what can possibly happen? What could be the worst? The end of the world, really.
Exactly.
Anybody else like to ask a question about anything at all? So can I?
Mm-hmm.
So, Johanna, what's a question you would ask to Tess?
I'd like you to show how it looks when you ride an ostrich.
There's actually a video on this. I might not publish it on LinkedIn for reasons cannot say today. No,
No, I would like to ask you if you want to go and grab a beer now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like that. Perfect.
My life quote in life, but also at work, is only boring people gets bored. So if anyone have looked at Mad Men, you know where it comes from. Yeah, don't get bored.
Last question for you both.
Okay.
One ambition that you'd like to accomplish for you between now and the end of time, what would it be? And the same question for you, Tess. You've probably got lots more than one, but what would be one?
Wow. Does it have to be like big?
No, whatever it is important to you. Whatever it is.
I don't think it's that, you know, it's not that it's that important, but I would really love to understand, like, what is it called? Årsredovisning in English, like financial numbers and sheet, you know, the company. Yeah, I don't have a clue. I would love to understand that shit, actually. That would be, but that is so boring, so I might never get there. So I'll just use AI for that. But that is something that I actually, haven't released from my thought.
Johanna?
I would really like to try to outperform my 40-year-old party when I turn 50.
It's a great goal, Tam.
That's
Big
gonna
round
be
of
You're all
applause.
invited.
We're all invited as well. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. So, everybody, just while we move, you've got a great crew over there. Is that the Swedish?
My boss!